Hey, how's it going? If you're new here, my name is Jan and I love makeup. And if you're not new, thanks for coming back. I really appreciate you. Today's video is episode 22 in the Throwback Thursday series I'm doing using old makeup. Not oogie old, just not talked about old. The one I'm using today might actually be bordering on oogie old, but I'm not too worried. Powder products don't usually freak me out. So if you want to see what I'm using and what we're going to do, stick around, we're going to get into it. Today's palette of choice is the Tarte Energy Noir Clay Palette. This came out in 2015 and this was my favorite palette for a very long time. I don't know if you'll be able to see like how much product is actually missing from these pans. I used this every day. I loved it so much. I mean, not so much the blush, a little bit, but I've kind of always been a blush freak, so I switch up my blush daily. So I put this away thinking I would never use it again. And I've been kind of cleaning out and rearranging and organizing my makeup room. And I found this, I was like, I knew I had it, but I couldn't find it when I went looking for it. It's in the very back of a very bottom drawer. And so I was like, ooh, I'll use that for my Throwback Thursday video, which I had planned on using this for my very first one. So this is the palette we're gonna use today. If at any point you like this video, feel free to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, now's a great time to do that. I upload 4 videos a week, Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. If you click on the little bell and choose all, YouTube will notify you when I upload a new video. And you can choose to watch it or not, totally up to you, no pressure. Either way, I appreciate you hanging out with me. All right, let's just get going. I had to pick up a new foundation. My skin is just getting tanner and tanner and tanner. I'm outside with the grandbabies a couple times a week and none of my foundations are dark enough currently. So I grabbed this one yesterday from the drugstore. It's the L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte. It's in the shade 109 Classic Tan. It's not perfect, but it's what I'm wearing today. And on the rest of my face, I opted to go with some of my Ofra and Samantha March products. So my blush is the duo in Chiclet. It's the collab Ofra did with Samantha March. My bronzer is the same in the shade River. Both of these have a matte and shimmer half. And my highlight is a combo of both of these. It's the Ofra and Steph Tons palette, the Milk and Cookies. I believe this is still available, though Steph backed out for reasons that were important to her. But it is a really nice highlight. And I like Steph and I like the palette, so I'm gonna keep using it. Mostly, I just use it off camera. But all right, let's get into this eye look. Why are all of my older palettes either neutral or purple? Maybe I was afraid of color for a long time. All right, I'm going to tape up my eyes real quick with the butterscotch tape and then I will come back and we'll get this going. I'm gonna go with a little fluffy brush into, let's do this gray shade right here. I cannot remember anything about this palette. It has been such a long time. So I'm just gonna get that going as my transition shade and we'll see how we go. Dipped back in for just a little bit more. When I got this palette, I was so excited. This was my very first, like, to me, fancy palette. I thought this was just like the coolest thing ever. I had mostly only ever used drugstore eyeshadow, drugstore makeup. I've never even heard of Sephora, I don't think, prior to probably 2015. Yeah, maybe a little before that. I do wish we lived closer to a Sephora. I think the closest one to us is about 2 hours away. So I don't go often. The closest Ulta is like 45 minutes, which I'm hoping to hit one of these weekends coming up. I think it would be fun. All right, that's really pretty. Blended out nicely, very soft. Not in the pan, just like a soft color. Very cool. I think I'm gonna go into this brown shade right here. and see what we think of that. Well, that is pigmented and gorgeous. Is it not sticking? It's not. Okay. That could be a problem. I'm gonna clean off my brush on my color switch because I got a lot on there, and I just want to blend that out a little bit. That's looking pretty darn patchy. We might be able to fix it. Hold tight. All right, now I'm gonna go into this sort of satiny gray shade, and I'm gonna apply that all over my lid. Yeah, that's about what I was expecting. I will say that like satiny shade isn't the most blingy, but it is very, very smooth. Now I wiped off my brush and I'm gonna go into this purple shade right here. It's a bit darker. I'm gonna try to apply that on the patchy spot where I put that brown. Just pat it on, hopefully to disguise some of that patchiness. And then I'll just blend over to soften the edge just a tiny bit. All right, I think that's pretty good. Let's remove the butterscotch tape. Ooh, got some fallout. Darn, darn, darn. Okay, I'm gonna go off camera, fix that mess, and then I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I did run a little of the dark brown shade under my lashes, and I used this as my inner corner highlight. And then I lined my waterline with my LA Girl Ultimate Eye Intense liner, and I threw on a Kiss lash. These are the pompadours. I've been trying out a new like lash application. I'm still working on it. So it's this falscara system where you put it underneath your lashes instead of on top of, and I think I like it. Anyway, that's episode 22 done and dusted. I don't know, I mean, I know I loved this palette. I probably won't be using it very often, but it will definitely be in my collection forever. I was so excited when I got this palette. So yeah. Did you pick this up way back when? Do you still have it? Let me know in the comment section below. I super appreciate you being here. Thanks for hanging out. Be good, and remember to be kind to you.